Hey gang, Jimmy D here, and in today's video, we are going to grab our rewards points by playing a Game Pass game called Voidtrain, which just recently got added to Game Pass. So I figured why not grab a couple achievements, or 3, or trophies, or 3, and with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and start up our game. Yeah, guys, not a bad little game, very inventory based, as well as crafting and a little bit of fighting here and there. All right, guys, we've got a little bit of setup to do here. In settings, we don't have anything to adjust, but we can customize our character. So let's go ahead and start, and I will edit out my customization until the end. And once you've customized your character, go ahead and start a new game. The only thing I'm going to change here, guys, is drop loot on death. No. And then press X.
Sometimes the spirit of adventure beckons so much it's pointless to resist it. Some people find enough courage to get on a train and head off into outer space. No. Also no. Wrong again. These are all wrong stories. Ah, there it is, the forest. This train was passing through impenetrable, dense forests. However, that was not an aimless journey, but a long way up here, right into the heart of the endless snowy nowhere. A perfect place for those who prefer tranquility, silence, and minus 45 degrees outside the window. Meet the man who made off into this palace of silence, the engineer. He'll be here on watch duty for many long and cold months, until the next lucky guy strides in to replace him. If one comes through at all, of course. But there's no need to feel sorry for him. Although the terrain is wild, there's plenty to see and do around here, especially if you're curious enough. Fortunately for my story, engineers are almost always inquisitive and attentive. These people notice things that elude the average person. And everything would have been fine in this adventure if the blizzard had not started at the wrong time. The chilly wind blew the engineer off the trail, which he immediately lost sight of. His fingers instantly turned into ice like everything else around him. The last hope of salvation, a map of the terrain, treacherously slipped out of his hands. Luckily, the video's timing didn't allow the engineer to suffer for long. All of a sudden, in the middle of snowy nowhere, it appeared. A door to... Where to, by the way? The building didn't seem to be on the engineer's maps.
Go ahead and knock.
Anybody home? This is how it all usually starts. In that strange hut, there was nothing. No people, no warmth, only darkness.
Now that you got control, guys, you see what the movement's all about. Left stick for move, A for jump, B for crouch, click your left stick for run, and interaction for X. And we can go ahead and press and hold Y to get rid of that. Let's look around. Warm ourselves by the fire a bit. But top right tells us what we need to do, what the next objective is. So we need to turn on the light. Well, this light seems to be turned on, but the rest don't, because we can't see what the heck is going on here. So you can interact with the lantern, but then you're screwed altogether. Let's interact with the breaker box, fuse box. friggin' thing.
If I were you, I'd look for a key. Or something that looks like a key. Maybe just something heavy.
Alright, let's take a look around. And yep, you can see them, guys. This not only marks points of interest, but also a waypoint. So let's inspect this first box. Little blurry little painting from some kid. No, that's not gonna work. How about this box here?
Well, I don't think that's going to help.
Not unless you want a cup of coffee. Last box.
A heavy blunt object. Gotta grab it.
Oh yeah. If it don't fit, force it, right? There we go. Good. Alright. Maybe that'll take care of this breaker box, fuse box. Yep.
I'm afraid there's nothing left to fix with a hammer. Any other ideas?
Let's try to repair it. Yeah, maybe a little electrical tape. Yeah, electrical tape's like duct tape. It fixes everything. Yeah. And... yeah. Okay. Good as new.
Oh, and so my glorious hero, having passed all the hardships of his watch, finally obtains a light in order to... to notice something strange on the table?
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Santa Calico Dock West Unknown Spiral. Huh. Alright. Look on the table here. We can interact. A little train going down a track. Going through a portal of whatever. And it comes out the other side. We can take a look around before we interact with the table here, guys. Get used to this, because this is where we're going to be for quite some time. Let's head down to that table. And flip the switch and see what we got. Yep. Come on. Oh! Oh, wasn't me! Wasn't me! Whoa! Hey! Whoa! Oof!
Hey, you all right? Oh, you're finally awake. A typical day on watch, huh?
What are those things? Where the hell am I?
Well, this might come in handy.
What he's talking about is that shape over there where the checkpoint, waypoint is marked. And there's no gravity in the void. All I gotta do is jump off and move. Kind of like swimming. So, press and hold Y to get rid of that. And let's jump over there. And boof! Mom, Dad, I can fly. The diary stores active quests. Gives all sorts of information about the game, and we'll open it up here in a minute, but let's close that, and we're going to swim over to here. All about picking up resources, guys. All about picking up resources for this game. You can suck yourself into the train closer by pressing down, or you can just fly. Notice, guys, there's like a gravity bubble, or maybe even a gravity cube around here, around the train. You can't just assume you're going to push up to the train. You got to actually fly above and then come down to it in order to land. But like I said, guys, this game is all about resources, and we're going to pick up as many as we can from here. We may even need to back up the train, and we do, because our rope is only so long. Let's grab this, whatever it is. It is a chemical resources that we can use. Go down the train. Quick lesson here, guys. Hand brake. Obviously, the train is not going to move with the brake applied. This is the trolley handle. Makes the train or the trolley go faster. We got our horn. And transmission. Forward or reverse. Well, we want to back up and grab these resources here, guys. You're going to want to, in these beginning stages, guys, grab as much resources as you can. Let's turn off the brake. Actually, before we do, we have to open up the diary. So, let's go ahead and press. Let's see, diary is press and hold start. Yes, press and hold start. Gives you the objectives that you need to take care of, as well as notes, data on the scientists, and there's plenty here, guys. If you back up using your left trigger. Tutorials, you can open up the tutorials and revisit them. And cosmetics, things like our hammer, the train rails, a bracer that we have our hammer on, and of course the journal we have in our hand.
Of course, such an inventive mind wouldn't have any trouble figuring out the mechanism of a simple trolley.
Like I said, let's turn off the switch brake. And we're actually heading in the right direction, but not quite.
Well, pretty much. Try pulling the other lever.
Before we do, reapply the brake. Because you want these resources down here, guys. We got a chemical. This is scrap metal, guys. And this is wood. Scrap metal and wood for right now are the best resources you can have. But chemicals are important too. So, let's go ahead and switch the direction. And yep.
All right now, just slowly.
We're not going to yet, guys, but this is a little mini game right here. If you don't hit that blue or yellow, you'll still speed up, but very slowly, as opposed to blue gives you ×2, and yellow gives you ×5 speed. But now we need to watch for resources. I even missed one by explaining this to you guys. So let's reverse it. Grab that chemical over there. And yeah, we can jump off while the train is moving. And then apply the brake. Satiety, I believe, is the way it's pronounced, guys. Basically, it's food health. And down below on the bottom left, the white bar, that is your health bar. The pink bar, however, is how hungry you are. As long as there's pink in the bar, if you're not in combat, your health will replenish. However, if you're hungry, no pink left. If you get hurt, your health will not replenish. Let's go ahead and grab this chemical here. Throughout these first couple of stages, guys, we're going to want to grab every last thing we can. So, take it slow. Be on the lookout. Stop if you think you need to. And I'm going to edit out long voyages here, guys, till we get to a good point. Just so you don't have to watch me collect every single friggin' thing. Oh. It does want you to play the little trolley game. And like I said, guys,
book you've picked up.
times
Is
2,
the author some kind of scientist,
times
or
5.
inventor.
But I don't want the train to
upset that
head
we stole
forward
his train.
too fast
That
just
was
yet,
awkward.
as I want to collect all sorts of resources. New quest. Improvisation. Building. All right. If we press up on our D-pad quickly, it will open up all the stuff that we can build. Right now, we need to build a research table. So, let's go ahead and tap A to build it. And you can place it anywhere you want to, guys. I like it over here. And as long as it's green, you're good to go. You can rotate it by pressing X, but for me, that's backwards. So let's go ahead and tap A to place it. And B to back out. And now we got a research table. Press Y to get rid of that. Technologies. As we advance through our research, guys, and build what the research table wants, our technologies will get greater and we'll be able to build more and more different things. Go ahead and hold Y. Let's interact with the research table. For now, guys, we need to build a smelt. So go ahead and tap A to build a smelt. And we need to unlock 2 research points in order to build that. By unlocking research points, guys, go ahead and tap your select button. And right now, all we got is scrap metal and chemicals. And we needed what? We needed 2 research points. So let's use our chemicals to create 2 research points and then press X. Now we can research the smelter. Tap X. And boof. Scientific debut. Research technology. All right. Back off from here, guys. Now let's create our smelter. So tap up on your D-pad. And then go ahead and build the smelter right here. And I'm going to place it here, but feel free to place it anywhere where it will fit, guys. Now this is just the research part. In order to build it, we need to do more. So place it. You can see it's not quite the right color. But what do we need to add? We need to add some more, looks like scrap metal. So tap X. Actually, no. Yeah, that's build a smelter. Add resources. We don't have enough scrap metal. So let's take a look around. Did we miss any? Well, we got some chemicals back here. which we can't quite reach, plus some wood. So let's back it up some. Where were those chemicals? Up here. Just so you are aware, guys. Alright, where's my train? And we can head forward now. Want to make you aware of some of the stuff. This guy here. Let's turn the brake on. He is a vortex. Doesn't do you any harm, but he's gonna push you way to hell out there. You'll find that there are some plants, guys, that don't have that vortex, and those will damage you. They'll blow up, but they'll also move you. All right, let's take this brake off and keep heading forward as we need some scrap metal. There's some scrap metal right up there. We needed 2 for that, right? This guy will blow up if you touch him, so be careful. Oh, come on. Stop the train. Some wood. There we go. There's some more scrap metal. Some more down here. Let's climb aboard. And now we can add resources. Alright, now we need to craft some stuff. Press and hold Y. And press X to create. We need to create an iron bar. But in order to do that, guys, we need fuel. In order to create an iron bar, we need 20 fuel. So press your select button. And 1 wood equals 15, so 2 equals 30. So we got enough wood in order to create this bar. X. And now we need more scrap metal, I bet. Come on. Go ahead and press X to craft. And we don't have, again, we don't have enough scrap metal. So let's back off. Right, we don't have enough scrap metal. Correct. Oh, actually, no, we do. So let's go ahead and craft. There is, guys, an achievement for crafting 20 of these bars. So you saw we need basically two fuels, or actually, since we only used up 5 to create that iron bar, or I'm sorry, 10 fuel and 2 scrap metals. So you see how the math kind of works. But we need to create 20 of these bars for an achievement. I'm not going to be getting that in this video, just so you know. And now we got an iron bar. Now we need to research and build container type 1. So let's tap up on our D-pad. Right? No. Research up. So we need to research and build container 1. We need research points. So let's add some points. Chemicals. We got 1, 2, 3, but we need 1 more, right? So let's add an iron bar. Actually, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Let's look for some more resources here. We want to hold on to that iron bar, guys, for now. There we go. There's some resources down there. It looks like some chemicals. And some more wood. Be on the lookout, guys. Be on the lookout. Stop the train if you need to. Sometimes stuff is hidden behind as you pass by, so keep your eyes open. Go ahead and stop the train. Make sure we grab everything. Alright, let's see if we can research this container now. Well, we need to add some research points. And we needed 4. So we'll use up our chemicals. Add points. And then go ahead and research. And that unlocks container 1. That's important, guys. Let's tap our start button real quick. Notice, this is the inventory we have right now in our pockets. We're quickly gonna run out of room, guys. And the containers will add more inventory space. So, let's go ahead and tap up on your D-pad. And now we're gonna create a container. It requires 2 pieces of wood and 1 iron bar. We got it. So, tap A. Put it where you like. I'm going to put it on the edge here. And we can back out. And now we can open the container. And any plethora, any excess inventory, now we have room. But it's limited, guys. And notice it says container 1. Yes, we will be able to upgrade it to greater capacity later on. All right, now what do we got? We can actually tap up. All right, there's our smelter. There's our research table. Yep. All right, we're good there. Now that we've upgraded, we can also have a crafting bench, guys. Select that. Or workbench. We need 4 more points, so let's add some points. Yeah, we only got 1 chemical, so let's find some more chemicals by just hopping up the edge. Wood, I like to save, guys, for the smelt. That guy will blow up if you get too close. Could have swore I saw some chemicals. I did, but they're a little too far. Eventually, guys, you'll be able to get quick enough to grab stuff while the train is moving. We're heading towards our next stage here, guys, so want to be able to make this stuff for you before we get there. Some more chemicals. Head back down to the car. Stop the car. Let's research that workbench. Add some points, and now we got 4 chemicals. 1, 2, 3, 4. Add the points and select it. Research. Completed. And now we can actually craft it by tapping up on your D-pad and building it. Kind of backwards here, so let's rotate it. So the vices and everything are right up front along with the saw. Place. And now we need 2 more iron bars. So let's craft another iron bar. See, we got enough scrap metal and we should have, yeah, enough fuel. So let's craft it. 1. We got a time limit here, so we gotta wait 4 seconds. Craft 1 more. Now remember, guys, that achievement was for crafting 20 iron bars. We've already crafted 3. Let's back out. And then go ahead and add the resources, those 2 iron bars. And now we got a workbench for when we need gears, bolts, springs, all that happy stuff. All right, let's keep moving forward and collecting resources. Time to get on board.
I didn't expect to be greeted with balloons and fanfare, but where is everybody?
Alright, press and hold your start button. And we got some place that we need to do. As you can see, travelers should not neglect making stops. It's a good opportunity to catch your breath, have a look around, collect resources, and other things that aren't available in the void. Tap B to back out. And let's have a look around. Plenty of resources to be had here, guys. Whenever making any stops, make sure you clear your personal inventory. Let's check out this.
I tell you what to do about it, but I have no idea.
Neither do I. So let's keep looking. As they hide resources everywhere, guys, everywhere. Remember, the triangle is your waypoint to where you need to go, but we got some type of blue sample as well as metal and chemicals. Wood. Tap B to duck. Sure you look around. Don't miss anything. They keep stuff for trash cans, you name it. What I collect might be different from what you collect. In my last playthrough, guys, there was a piece of wood hidden here. Fat, another new resource. Red sample, yep. So it is totally random, guys, per playthrough. So like I said, what I grab might be different from what you grab. Steam, guys, hurts. So time it and scoop by it. Be sure to look everywhere. Duck down. My last playthrough, yep. There was wood here and a container here. Jump up here, guys. We're going to jump across and we're going to magically hook onto this railing here. Don't worry about it. Just jump. Take a look around. Nada. Yep, this trash can wasn't here in my last playthrough, guys. So, collect, collect, collect. Even got leather this time. Didn't collect that in this trash can last time. Of course, it wasn't here when I played through. Up. Have a look around. And now we're going to have to navigate these boxes here, guys. So, up, up. This one, guys, just do a plain walk jump. This one, you do have to click your left stick to sprint and then jump across. Like I said, guys, steam hurts, and there's two of them, so get by this one. Stop, and go.
Poor thing. Well, the goddesses of time and fate can't weave a long life path for everyone. Well, at least he won't be needing the revolver anymore.
Right, so let's head down. This revolver is a little tricky to grab, guys. No. There we go. Pick up. Infinite ammo, guys. Bottom right. Aim. Or you can hip fire.
What do you think this skeleton was? So many diagrams on the table. He's probably some kind of designer. Well, used to be.
Let's grab his design. Get rid of this.
He left the combination of the safe right out in the open. That was a great idea. But don't ever do the same thing, okay?
Roger that. Grab what's in the safe.
I got an idea. We're gonna need those parts soon.
All right. Turn off and on the light. No big deal. We need to head forward, so pow. Tap X to reload. Like I said, you can see bottom right, guys, infinite ammo on this old gun. But that doesn't apply for any of the other guns. Steam here, guys. Time it. You can get by it. Grab that wood. Head up the stairs. Be sure to look around and grab resources. Haha. Bulletproof glass, guys. Nothing to interact with back here, guys, and you can't climb it. I tried. Let's interact with this box here.
Now about my brilliant idea and the details. The console on the platform looks suspiciously similar to the device in the blueprint.
Remember that first console we interacted with? And, yep. Not enough resources for this. We don't need to build a module, because all we got for modules right now is the brake, horn, the transmission, all that. We don't need any of that. What we do want to do is upgrade our wagon. So tap A and hold.
An engineer. Truly an engineer.
There we go. And we can back out. Now, if we have enough resources, tap up on your D-pad and choose the plank here, guys, or the wooden floor, and place away. Now, we also, and I'm saying this out of experience, guys, we also want to create another container /1. So press and hold up, or no, not press and hold, just press up on your D-pad. And what do we need? We need to create one more iron bar, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Create iron bar. Plenty of iron bars, but we need to add fuel. So let's add 2 wood. And then craft. Wait 10 seconds. Grab that iron bar. That's what now? 4, guys. We need to create 16 more for the next achievement. I know we need to leave the depot, but we're doing something right now. Tutorial. Alright, up. And box. Create. Or place. Now we got plenty of room for our inventory, so let's open up this. And that 10 chemical can go here. 10 scrap metal. Leather we don't need just yet. We don't need that blue onion. Red onion. Or the fat. Now we got plenty of inventory space, guys, for what's coming up. And this next area, guys, is longer than the last, so I'm going to try to make it short for you guys. Let's leave the depot. Press and hold for details. Notes. Complete technology stage 1. We're also going to have a train coming up on us, guys. And I'll get back to the editing part when that train does appear. Here it comes, guys. Here it comes. Something's a-coming. You tell by the music. There it is. Over there.
You see it too? Or am I hallucinating already?
Hey! Hey, we're right here. Hey! Behind those red stones is always resources, guys, whether or not we'll be able to reach it.
Can they see us? Hey!
Hey!
Well, whatever.
Guess not. Let's go ahead. And keep up picking up resources, guys. I've got all sorts of resources, guys, in that edit, so just gonna keep going. Sure, you can see it up ahead. This next stop is kind of a stop.
Can't expect a warm welcome. That's a shame.
And you can tell there's going to be enemies, as this circle is red as compared to the last one is green. Alright, the waypoint wants us to head this way, but we're going to head the other way this time, guys, as there's all sorts of resources we can pick up here. Ammo, which do not take up inventory slots. I want you to know that, guys. There's another bench we can use to improve on our train. Oh, you can actually zoom in. I didn't realize that. Okay. What is this? Oh, we don't have what it takes to improve on that. Can we improve on the transmission? That's hard to control. Woohoo. There we go. Ah, yeah. So we can relocate it or we can disassemble it. Same with the horn. Same with the brake, guys. All right. What is this? Not quite sure what that is, guys. Not quite sure. Well, we can back out of here. Let's collect those resources. Take a look around. Make sure there's plenty of room in your inventory. Matter of fact, those 10s that I got, I'll place them over here. Just to make sure there's enough room. Where were we? We went around here. Radio over here, we can't interact. Nothing here. We don't have any tokens to play the slots. My other playthrough, guys, I had a token. It's random. It gives you a random resource. Let's see. And it shows you what you get. Bars, cash, more coins, red onion, mushroom, a blueprint, something odd. And yeah, the last time I got leather out of the deal, guys. But let's open that up. See what we got. Ah, inventory space full on this type of ammo. All right. You can grab for 1 chemical a piece of wood. 3 wood gets you 3 chemicals. 3 scrap metals, it gets you, for 3 wood, you get 3 scrap metals, and then leather for 2 chemicals. Let's head in here. We got a piece of wood. Some posters. Another radio. Good, good. We're good there. Last time for me, guys, this was open. So I guess it all depends. Let's head across. We got some baddies coming up, guys. You'll be able to tell because their music is going to start to play, and you'll be able to tell by the music. Found that hip firing is best. However, there is an achievement for having so many headshots. And yep, they're coming around. They haven't spotted us yet, Now they have. And poof! Hey! I didn't mean to! For killing your first enemy.
What's that sound? Is there someone else in here?
That was a headshot. That was a headshot. Still more bad guys. He left chemical waste. He left a token. That was a headshot. Ooh! Spray and pray. 3 enemies consecutively with 1 weapon. Didn't get that achievement in my last playthrough, guys. Alright, let's take a look at these baddies. Make sure they don't have anything around them that we could possibly pick up, because they drop stuff. That was a bonus achievement, guys. Alright, so this is where we came from. Do a sweep for the baddies we killed. Source of the sound. It's right in here, guys. This radio right here. Check it out. Possibly fix it. Interact with it again, because we fixed it with a hammer, right?
Repeating once again. trolley, small with armed. Motives unclear, presumably linked to... The personnel has been eliminated on post number... Permission granted to open fire to kill. Over and out.
They think we're connected to someone. We got here on a scientist trolley, through his portal. We're using his notes. We're following his trail. Maybe that's who they're talking about.
Teeth, huh? Okay. All right. From this point, guys, let's just sweep the area a little bit more for resources. Something we can interact with in the future? Not sure. Type of anchor of some sort? Ooh. Some sort of rune here. But our next objective is to leave the depot. So let's head back to our car. And from this point, guys, I'm going to go ahead and pause the game. Actually, hit your select button. Save the game. Back off. Quit to the main menu. Quit our game. Turn in our rewards for the day. Yep, end of the week for me, guys. So, got quite a few. To include one more of the monthly pack. Yep, middle of the month, and we've got all of them just about. $786. 18,000 for the month. Not too bad. And we're only halfway through. At home. And for continued rewards, continued achievements, continued trophies, guys, you know what buttons to press. But as always, have a great day. See ya!